The birth of Jesus happens somewhat quietly. It's in a feeding trough, in an out-of-the-way place. When we gather for Christmas Eve worship, we sing Silent Night, Holy Night, and we are wise enough to keep our voices low at the birth. But it is also the case that Jesus' birth introduces a remarkable newness and energy into the world. God is doing a new thing, as is spoken about in Isaiah chapter 43. Old logjams between heaven and earth, between saints and sinners, between concerns about purity and concerns about justice. These kinds of logjams are broken up and rearranged and reconfigured. Everything is rearranged in light of Jesus. And Jesus' birth strikes me as being akin to what some teachers refer to as third force. Third force teaching has a lot of deep connections with our Trinitarian faith and with the possibilities that are opened up in a threefold Trinitarian framework, opportunities that are not available in a binary dualistic system. Much of our world and a lot of our thinking can be organized dualistically and in a binary way. Us and them, good and bad, insiders and outsiders, political parties set over against each other, pros and cons, yin and yang, darkness and light. Now, an advantage of dualistic thinking is that it can provide a real sense of clarity. One disadvantage is that our world does not always break down so cleanly into those kinds of opposites. And another disadvantage is that binary dualistic thinking can severely limit our imaginations about how to move forward. Third force teaching suggests that in every situation of opposition between two sides or two positions, there is always present a third force. And when someone is able to notice and welcome and midwife that third force into the situation, things have a way of opening up and new directions become available. But when we are locked in to dualistic oppositional thinking, we will not even think to look for third force, nor will we be ready and willing to midwife it into fullness. One of my teachers has said that given all of the polarization and animosity of our time, the most profound work that students of faith and students of wisdom can do is to become what she calls vehicles of third force. In doing that, in being a vehicle for third force, we would prepare ourselves to hold space in difficult conversations, to hold space for new possibilities to emerge. We would stay alert for new directions that might surface, and we would be willing to wait attentively for these to come about. Third force cannot be coerced or forced, but it can be welcomed. And that sounds to me a lot like the work that we are doing during the season of Advent as we wait for the birth of Jesus, who will introduce new faith, new hope, new love that we could not have predicted or produced on our own. Friends, have a good second week of the season of Advent, and we'll see you soon.